Hello everyone, today we'll continue learning Python, and today I'll explain how to work with dictionaries and why do we use them in Python. So let's start. I received lots of comments that were saying like, make a video for those who are new in Python. Because of that, I'm making that video. If you know about dictionaries, there will be some information you can find useful or you don't know yet. So watch that video to find out everything about Python dictionaries. Well, first of all, what is dictionary? Dictionary is a key-value pair. So key and then comes the value. But actually, let's put a semicolon here. So key, semicolon, value. That's how it works. And in dictionaries, we use hashes. So dictionary, it's an implementation of hash table in Python. And if you know about hash tables, it's great for you. But if you don't know about them, you can read about them, but I'll explain as much as I can. So we use hashes, and dictionary is an implementation of hash table in Python. Hash table, okay, and key value right there. And hash tables use hashes to find values quickly. So in our case, we'll use keys. We'll use the hash of the key to find the value quickly. For example, you have 1 million users in your list. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and so on. To find a user, you need to use its identificator. So for example, user's email, user's surname, user's username, and so on. But in dictionaries, we'll use keys to find values. So for example, if you need to get user's age, you'll use username as a key. So for example, Andrew with age 19. Andrew is a key and value is 19, so age 19. That's how it works. Okay, now let's create our first dictionary and you'll understand what I'm saying right now. So new dictionary equals to these brackets. And by the way, if you just put values right here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and then print type from new dictionary, we will not receive dictionary because we receive class set. So if you just give values without keys, that's a set. But if you if you just put two brackets, then you have class dictionary. That's how it works. So don't get caught on that. And I said about that in the set video. So if you just want to create an empty dictionary, you can use these brackets. But if you just give values without keys, that's a set. That's how it works. Okay. So now let's talk about dictionaries and how we can give values and keys. So we should give a key. Let's give a key as Andrew. So username, Andrew. And then let's give the value. For example, the age of the Andrew, 19. That's cool. That's actually how it works. So we have key as Andrew and value as 19. And semicolon, it's a separator for keys and values. We can put a comma and add more values to our dictionary. So for example, grew with the age 25. And then Joe with the age, 45, for example. Okay, so we have 3 keys and we have 3 values for each key. Andrew with key Andrew with the value 19, key Grew with the value 25, and key Joe with the value 45. That's how it works. We can actually print our new dictionary and have a look at our dictionary. So key, value, key, value, key, value. Now how we can get value using a key. So for example, I want to get the age of the Grew. What I need to do is put these brackets, and then I need to put the key. So for example, I want to take the age of the Grew, and I need to put Grew right here. So new dictionary from Grew. In lists, you put indexes like 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on, but here you put keys. And because of that, I'll use Grew. Now let's start, and as you can see, we have 25. Why? Because we get value using that key. So we use new dictionary from Grew to get value, and as you can see, it's 25 right here. If I put Andrew, as you can see, it's 19. That's how it works actually. Now let's print the whole dictionary, and then what I want to do is change the value of one key. How we can do that? New dictionary from Andrew equals 20. And that's it. So all you need to do is change the value for that key. So for the key Andrew, we'll change the value from 19 to 20. That's how it works. Okay, now let's print our new dictionary. I'll print the whole dictionary, and as you can see, the first print, our dictionary is initial, so we have not changed any values yet, and Andrew is 19, but then Andrew is 20, once we changed the value for the key Andrew. So you can get keys and you can change values for the keys. And actually you can use not only integers. So for example, what I can do is 12.2, then true, and then list 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on, like that, okay? Okay, and then a list. You can put any object in your dictionary, in your value. So you can put specific objects in keys, but I'll talk about that later, and you can put any object in the value. So for example, you can put your own objects, you can put objects from frameworks, you can put any object in Python to your values. Okay, now let's talk about functions in dictionaries and how to use them. What will happen if I'll get the key which is not created yet? So for example, then. We don't have the key then in our dictionary, but I want to get that key. What will happen? We'll receive an error. So I'll run my program again, and as you can see, key error from then, because we don't have then in our dictionary yet. If I create then, then as you can see, we receive 10 because we have our then key. But again, if I don't have the key, then I cannot work with then, and because of that I receive a key error. How we can avoid that? Well, we can use try, then we can use new dictionary from then, and then we can use except key error, and for example print none. So if we have the key then, we print that key. If we don't have it, we print none. And let's run. As you can see, we have none, we receive none because we don't have our key then. But it's not convenient to write that, it's not convenient to write these 4 lines in your, but it's not convenient to write these 4 lines in your code. And because of that, we have the function which is called new dictionary get. So get function works as these 4 lines. It actually works as these 4 lines. So it gets the dictionary. So we have return right here, return new dictionary from then, and if we have an error, then we return none. That's how dictionary get works. So I'll demonstrate it to you. For example, I'll get new dictionary get from Andrew. Let's run. As you can see, we receive 12.2 because Andrew is 12.2 in our new dictionary. But what will happen if I'll call, I don't know, then again? Then, as you can see, we receive none. We don't have error because we use get function. So get function tries to get the key, but if we don't have that key in our dictionary, then we just simply give none. But actually, you can give another value to your new dictionary get. So the first value is your key, and the second value is what you will return if you don't have your key. By default, that value is none. So as you can see, we don't have key then, and we receive none right here. But if I put no key in the dictionary, like that, no key in the dictionary, I'll receive no key in the dictionary, because I don't have my key then. That's how it works. But if I put Andrew, again, if I put Andrew, I receive 12.2. That's a great function, and you can use it very often when you need to check whether you have your key or not. Okay, now let's talk about other functions in our new dictionary. So if you want to get the length of your dictionary, you can get new dict. But what it will give to us? It will give 6 because we have 6 objects, so Andrew 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or it will give 3 because we have 3 keys. It will give 3 because we don't count objects, we count key value pairs. So the first pair, the second pair, and the third pair. That's how it works. And length from new dictionary gives us 3 because we have 3 pairs. I think that's cool. And actually you can iterate through your dictionary as you do it with lists. So for I in new dictionary, you can print that I, and actually your I is key. So if you want to get all the keys, you can iterate through your dictionary. So for I in new dictionary. And as you can see, Andrew, Gru, and Joe. And actually what we can do is new dictionary from I to get all the values. So these are the values of our dictionary. Okay, but what if you want to get both keys and values? So now we have only keys. But if you want to get values without that new dictionary from I, what you can do is use new dictionary.items. So items, it's a function which gives you tuples of key value pair. So tuple is the list that cannot be changed. And if I will just receive item right here, so for item in new dictionary items, I'll see tuples. So Andrew with so tuple key value, tuples. That's it. But if you want to get keys and values in 2 variables, you can use unpack in Python. So key and value in different variables. Then key, let's put semicolon, and then value. Now let's run, and as you can see, we receive Andrew 12.2, Gru true, and Joe with a list. So items function gives you key value tuple. That's how it works. Okay, actually there are lots of functions. So for example, if you want to iterate through keys, what you can do is use keys function. So let's put key, because we don't have values right here. Key, let's run, and as you can see, Andrew grew job. If you want to get only values, what you can do is use values. So I don't change the variable, but as you can see, we receive only values. That's how it works. If you want to get values, you just use new dictionary.values. If you want to get keys, you use new dictionary.keys. If you want to get both keys and values, you use new dictionary.items. Okay, then, if you want to check if you have the key in your dictionary or not, what you can do is use, for example, key then in new dictionary. So then in your dictionary, it will give you false or true. If your then key is in your dictionary, it will give you true. If not, it will give you false. So if then in new dictionary, then let's print then here, but when I run, you will see nothing because we don't have our then right here yet. But if I put then and value as 1, for example, then as you can see, we have then here because we have our key then in our new dictionary. So that is used when you want to check if you have a key in your dictionary or not. Okay, actually there are lots of other functions for dictionaries, but I want to tell you about hashes. So I said that dictionary is a hash table, an implementation of hash table in Python. For example, we have other implementations which are set, frozen set, and so on. So dictionary is a hash table. But where are the hashes and how we use them in our dictionaries? Actually, these are the hashes. So all the keys are the hashes. We get the hash of the key and then we use that hash to identify whether we have that key, whether we have the value, and whether we need to return an error or return, for example, then as 1. That's how it works. So again, we use hashes to put our values in our dictionary. But how we can work with hashes in Python? Let's remove, I'll not fold. I'll remove my dictionary and now let's talk about hash function in Python. So hash function, it's a function that gives you a number that represents your object in Python. So when you run one program, when one program is evaluated, all the hashes are unique. So for example, hash from 1, hash from 2, hash from 3, hash from 4, hash from hello object, hash from, I don't know, 12.2 object are all different. But if you have two separate programs, hashes can be similar, because these are separate programs and they don't work with each other. Okay, so I think you understand, for one program run, all the hashes are unique. And to get the hash of an object, you can use a hash function in Python. So for example, print, print hash, not from 9, but hash from 1, for example. And it will give us none, 1, because hash of a positive integer is just that integer. If I run hash from 100, it will give me 100. But when it comes to 0, for example, by the way, 0 is 0 always. So 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, okay. But when it comes to negative integer, so for example, -1, it can give me -2. But if I run my program again, and again, and again, and again, okay, the value can change. And the values are all different in different types of objects. So for example, for hello string, we'll give a massive integer. And as you can see, we have -475597 and so on. But if I run my program again, as you can see, the value is different, because these are two separate programs. If I run it again, these are three separate programs. These values are not connected to each other. And the value of the hash is evaluated using your time, using your actually I forgot, but using your time and something on your computer. Actually, I forgot how hash is evaluated in Python. What is the algorithm of hash? But it doesn't matter right now. So the hash, it's a big integer for your object. And what is the one rule all hashes should follow? All objects which implement hash should follow. So for example, if you have 1 and 1, 1 is an object of an integer in Python. And if you have 1 equals 1, it will give you true. So if both objects are equal, 1 is equals to 1, then their hashes should be equal. Hash 1 equals hash 2, hash 1. Because that's how it works. As you can see, true, true. But if I change it to 2 and 2, it will give me false, false, because hashes are different. And that comes not only to integers, but to every object in Python. So for example, hello. So I put for hello right here. So if hello equals hello, then hashes of these objects should be similar. That's how it works. As you can see, we have true, true. That is the rule all hashes should follow. And if your program implements hashes, if your object implements hashes and that rule is not followed, then you have a problem with your hashes. That's it. So if values are similar, then hashes should be similar. And these hashes can be not similar for two program evaluations, but if your values are similar, then for one program evaluation, your hashes should be similar. So for example, I'll run, as you can see, these values are similar. If I run it again, the value itself is changed, but both of the values are similar. They are equal to each other. That's how it works. And why I'm telling you about that? Because when we get to new dictionary, or to any dictionary actually, to any dictionary, we use hashes to get keys and to assign keys to values. And because of that, we need values that we can get hash from. So for example, there are hashable and unhashable types in Python. And actually, I think I said that every value can be hashed, but that's not true. Okay, I was wrong right here. So string is a type that is hashable. So we can get the hash of the string. Why? Because string itself in Python cannot be changed. So the string value is immutable. Immutable is an object that cannot be changed. For example, when I have hello, that hello will stay hello until the end. And by the way, if I save hello to a, and then for example a plus equals a, and then a. As you can see, we have hello a string, and you can think that our string is changed. But actually no. In that operation, we created a new string from hello, and we added a to that string. So we created the whole new string. We have not changed our string hello, because strings are immutable in Python. And because of that, we can use strings as keys in our dictionaries. We can use, let's assign 1 for example, we can use tuples. So tuple is a list that cannot be changed as our keys. For example, 10. And then I'll print new dictionary from 1 to 3, as right there. As you can see, 10. We can use integers. For example, 1 to, to 1. And let's get the value of 1. So we use key as 1, and then new dictionary from 1 will give us 1, because these are values. Because the value 1 is assigned to key 1. We can use 1.2, for example, 10, and yeah, let's go 1.2. And sorry, as you can see, we have 10 right here. So we can use values that cannot be changed. But in Python, there are values that can be changed. For example, list. We cannot use lists as keys for our dictionary. So for example, 1, 2, 3, 10. If I run my program now, it will give me an error. Let's run. As you can see, type error, unhashable type list. Because why we have that error? Let's have a look. For example, I will have a list which is called A. So A as 1 to 3. And then what I do is I assign a key to 10. And what will happen if I'll change A later in that program for 4, 5, 6? The hash of the A will be different. And we will not be able to find that hash in our new dictionary, because we changed the value of the object. And that's bad for our hashes. So I'll run my program now, and it will give me an error again, because we use a list. And again, we cannot use list because we can change the value of the list. List is a mutable type that can be changed. And if we change the value of the list, so for example 1 to 3 is translated to 4, 5, 6, that will lead us to an error, because the hash of 4, 5, 6 is different from the hash of 1 to 3. That's how it works. And actually, that's all you need to know. If you want specific keys, so for example you don't want to use strings as keys, then you should check if your value is mutable or not, if you can get hash of the value or not. Okay, actually there are lots of more things about dictionaries. For example, get method, missing method in dictionaries. And if you want me to tell about these methods and to tell about dictionaries, like to tell everything about dictionaries, you can ask that in the comment section down below. And so subscribe to my channel, subscribe to my GitHub, and subscribe to my Telegram channel. I think that video was useful for you and you understand how hashes work, how dictionaries work, and how to work with dictionaries in Python. Again, that's a video for new Python programmers, and yeah, just tell me if you like these videos or not. If I need to tell you about more complex topics like twisted servers, asynchronous servers, and so on. Or if I need to lower my plank and go for dictionaries, sets, and these simple topics in Python. Good luck!